Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and today now I'm going to do some work on my crazy patchwork pieces. I think I'm in my own light here and I have something frightful. I have to, I'm having trouble with, I haven't got, look at this, I haven't even plugged myself in properly now, let me see. Oh, this will make it better, we'll be able to see what we're doing if I do this. Wait till I find the plug. Is that something on top of it? Where are you? In here. Right. Sorry about this. You might be able to see something, I hope. Hopefully now we can see things now. Look at that. Okay, down a bit. Okay, right. Now, well, this one here, I think I'm pretty close to being finished. I might do a little bit of something up here in this corner there, or maybe not, I don't know. I think, oh hang on, look, I haven't finished. Look, I've got to go around here. I haven't done that because every seam you should sew every seam. So there you go. This one here I'm going to work on a bit too if I can got enough time. I think it's awesome. Really nice. So anyway, we'll do that. We'll have a little work on this one, okay? So I need a bit of thread, and I'd like, what colour would I like to put there? Nice bit of pink maybe, or apricot or something. There's a bit yellow, that piece. You've got to get yourself in the right, for the right piece of thread, don't you? And I've been taking them all out to the other room because I'm working on other things as well. But I do like to use these pearl threads. There's a bit of yellow over there. Righto, we're going to use that, I think. Sorry about my fingernails. I put ladybug on that one too because it's broken. I'm sorry, I'm having a terrible time. Some people don't worry about me as real, but I don't know why, because I always had really nice fingernails, and they're nasty, and always nasty now. I can't get them to grow nice. Anyway, so that's my problem, nobody else's. But I don't want you to have to look at them falling apart. Now I've got a nice needle, right? My needle, I would say, would be a crewel needle, and I don't know what size it is, but that's what that is, because. Okay, so it's come out of here now. I do know. Look at that. So this is, it says a hand embroidery needle, but it looks like a crewel one because it's got a good size eye and has good size. This part here is fairly thick, and it needs to be to take your thread through. Now I have to tell you that every time, just in case somebody doesn't see me and hear me say that. Okay. Most of the things on this piece of work here, I think I've already shown you this, because I remember doing this back in the day. I will try and see if I can find, I won't promise anything, I will try and see if I can find the, what's the name to this, the other video where I was making this. Isn't it awesome? Oh dear, I like this, isn't it cool? It's just absolutely astounding, you know, the things that you can do. I'm going to do the, this might be a herringbone stitch, is it? I think I did that the other day on something too. So you just go down in there, come back up, go across, go down in this piece, come over a little bit and make a stitch, go across like that, go up the top, come back this way, just probably in line with that there, see? If you can, try and keep your stitches level. I find if mine start going skew, if I just go with it and keep them going, if they start to get bigger, I just make them bigger and bigger as I go, so that makes it look like it's meant to be like that. Or just pick them undone, because that's a good idea too. You don't want to keep it, if it's not nice, you don't want to keep it. This one here. And I'm using a pearl, it's a pearl cotton that you use for crocheting. You can use it for anything really. I get them on these little reels. There would have been a lot more on there being used up over the time though. I'd say I've done a few stitches in my time. But I will start, because I do love to start another patchwork, crazy patchwork when I finish this one. I did want to put on a journal. And I might just do one big enough for the front of a journal. This one here I'm going to turn into, I wonder if I can just go put one more stitch up here. I didn't come back in there, we'll go back over here. You see what I'm doing? I'm going to go across here and put one more stitch in. So I did want to put it on a journal and sold, so that was really good, but it was back and front, and I think that's a lot of work, so I'm going to just, for the journal, these I'm going to turn into something or just sell them like they are. People can then make them into something. Well, I thought about making them into a bag, but I don't know whether I want to do that. I just love to do the work. I just love to do the work. I used to make them into bags. I've made a really lot and sold a lot over the years, but I don't know, I just like doing the work on them. So that's what I just did then. So now I need to put some beads around that. You know, there has to be a bead or two. You do have to use your beads, it's important, you know, and I've got lots of those. I have bead soup that I might use today. I have a lot of tins of bead soup. This comes about by me not picking it up off the... actually, we can use one of these on here, I suppose, too. So you can put your little appliques on. I've got a little heart, that's nice. There's a butterfly on here and he's facing up that way. So this is going to be the top of the thing, the piece, okay. And plus this is not actually really that straight. So I should probably take this off here now, cut that off, shouldn't I? Before I go any further, because what I might accidentally do is put something on there and then you'll have to cut it off. That won't look good, will it, if you've got to cut bits off it while after you put them on, like the heart or something like that. Won't be right. I don't know why I didn't straighten that a long time ago. Is that right now? Okay, that's better. Now, this might be best if I do sew this by hand too, because you don't want to run over a bead or something else while you're doing this, sewing this up on the machine. Righto. Now, where's the butterfly? There he is. Oh, now we're up the right way. Righto. Now that looks better, doesn't it? This one here is probably a tiny bit more skew with. It's got a piece of calico on the back of it, but I've gone sort of sideways there, haven't I? So now I'm going to get some beads and I'm going to put them along on here. Maybe I should just do a bit of sewing in there first, or put something on there, put an applique on there or something. I actually got one here, so we don't want a bit too much. I mean, there's bits everywhere. And so is there down this way too. I've got some bits and pieces that I was just looking at. Okay. Look at that bit. I just made that too. Not just now, but... oh dear, isn't that cool? I really do like my own work. Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't do it, I suppose, would I? Wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. Move that off there. This one. Okay. I've got a little nice little bright purpley piece. Does this look all right on there? Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Look really pretty. But then, it's got to go so it looks, it blends in. You don't want something to just jump out at you. You need it to tone in with the rest of the stuff and blend in with the rest of the things. This might be alright if I cut it down a bit. Oh, hang on, got another bit there. These are all in a box and it's down beside me here on the floor. Okay. Do I like that bit? I think I might do. I like that bit. I do like these ones too that dangle. That there, I suppose. But then there's that round thing there, see, so you don't know if you really want all that much in that piece, in that tiny corner. A leaf would be good, wouldn't it? A leafy looking bit, maybe. Maybe a leafy looking piece would be nice in there. Do I have such a thing? Let me think about this now. Okay. I've got these bits in here. I'll probably cut a piece off one of these. All these beautiful bits here that I was gifted. That one or that one? I like both of them. I'm going to have it all. I like this and this. Okay, I can't wait now to do a crazy patchwork with more of these pieces on it. I think that'll look awesome. So hopefully I can come back and do these on a regular basis for you. I'm going to try and do that because I can't be thinking about what I could do when I can't come up with something. Now, when you're working on something, well, I find if you're there at it, all the time, it goes together really easy, sort of thing. But if you've got to go away and then come back, like I do all the time, I find it a little bit hard then to get started, to get up there and running with what I've got. I'm going to cut a piece of this here, and I might have and put it down because I think definitely do like the open weave things, as you would know if you watch my channel. You know that I like this sort of stuff, and I really do. And a really lovely lady by the name of Annette, she sends me over these nice things from over in Tasmania. From Tasmania she sent me these beautiful things. Now I want to sit it there and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to think to myself, now that's going to look alright, isn't it, once I sew that down? And it is. So I'm going to cut that off there, this bit here. And you could actually do that bit of sewing, the shape. Now that's not good, them scissors have got to the chopping stage. In a minute, we'll cut that there. Yeah, that's better. It's me doing it, it's all my fault. Now I'm going to put that in there, alright. Now I'm going to actually sew beads on with that at the same time because I wanted to, oh look at this purpley mauve one, oh isn't this delicious. I'll have to have a piece of this, okay. I know, Annette, I've been hoarding this stuff and now I'm getting it out, look at me. I'm getting it out so I can use a bit, righto. I've been hoarding it. I'm going to keep those two pieces there, just in case. I'll put that back in the bag in a minute. Have a tiny mouthful of water. Find a nice piece of thread and a bead needle. So now, okay, bead needle, got them here in this, amongst the cotton and everything else. Now, that one, yes, got a bead needle, right. You can sew the bead down with the same colour thread as what the bead is if you want to, but mostly if they're only small you can't see the thread anyway, and if it's in the in that piece of work there you're not going to be able to see it. Okay, so we're going to do this at the same time, so that's why I'm going to use the bead needle and then stitch this down as well at the same time, and I will do two together. Don't like doing two threads together because they're really, really horrible at getting me knotted up for me. I don't know if that actually happens to other people, but it does for me. Okay, so there's the lid off that. I want to put it near to it because I don't want it to. First I'll do the ones down here, eh? We'll put the beads down on this one here first. Okay, can have some beads along there. And I think I'm going to go with these really bright pink ones here. I'll just put one on there and see what I think about it. I'm catching it with the needle because it's easy for me to do that. Yes, that'll look good, won't it? Hang on, nothing else that's coloured. That there is that colour, but it's alright. it's okay, we're not going to worry about that one. And you just go through the bead and back through the other way and get the fluff off that's following it through. See, I've got, it's also already starting to, these two threads to come up one longer than the other. It does that sometimes, you know. Anyway, so let's do one of these. Oh dear, I've got some stuff out there in the lounge. I've got my circle sewing out there. I've got my tag that I'm making for Anne Brooks's, what's the name? I've got to do a lot of that before I put the video up because it's going to be a lot of work and it won't fit all on the video. Oh, there's my phone ringing. I wonder who that is. Hubby's out there, I think. Hope so. And anyway, so that looks good. And then I put my glue book out there because I'm doing a bit of glue booking. I want to just, you know, it just depends what sort of thing takes me at the time. And now I've got this out. I've got this out and I'm doing this too now. Okay. That down there. And I'll put one up here on the end, even though there's even though I didn't do a thing. Maybe I might put a flower or something in that. Or maybe I could just put a little. There's a little hole, you know, like when I say hole, it's not a hole, it's just, there's nothing in that space. We should put this one in here. That bead. And that twisted around a bit, did it? Of course it would have done, because there's two threads and they tend to do that on me. It's just all... I'm sure it's not doing it to me on purpose. Okay, well that doesn't look good. How did I come to do that? Pull it back out a bit. Right, now the bead went through when I was taking it down. Didn't I thread it through both pieces? I did. I wonder how this happened. Now I'm going to do something that I hope it's going to work. So if you put a bead on and it's mucking about like that and you don't want to pull it out of there, you can do this mostly when you're doing knitting, because this could break too. If you're doing bead knitting, I can't get it to break it. Not very strong, me. Usually you can break the bead and it will come off there. So now look, I'm going to have to back up because I don't want it wrong. And now because I've got two strands, it's going to be really, I'm going to have to undo the whole thing. So I'm going to leave enough thread on here so that I can make a knot so I don't lose all the beads, righto? So I'll have to pull this up a bit further. Like that. Cut it off there. Is that right? Yes, I think. This should come out now, right? Got the needle. This I can take off now, I think. I hope. Got that off. Right, now I'm going to have to go back in here, come under there, get that piece and end it off, okay? I'll get another needle and thread it so I can end this piece off so my beads don't all come off. And then I can start again. Oh well, continue on. We can continue on. Oh, come on, really? Okay. Do a good few little stitches there. Now go back to this one. Hope it doesn't cobble up on me again. Righto. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put the sequin on that part, and that way we'll have that part done. Where is the sequin? Maybe I could use the flower. It might be too big, is he? I don't know. Could be a bit big. What do I do with the flower? Oh no, I'm going to use this little sequin, I think. Come here. And then I'll put a bead in the middle. So it's a sequin flower thingy. So I put the sequin on and put the little bead in the middle, and that'll be the same colour bead. And hopefully, then you just go back down through your sequin. Try not to go back down the same exact hole, which I might have done that, and I didn't. Now I'm going to end that off really good at the back here, so that it doesn't wobble around. Okay, make sure it's not wobbling around, Sonya. It wouldn't be a good look. Okay, now, done that bit. The scissors away from me, making that terrible noise. I don't know if this is going to be long enough for me to do much as way of beads. I might have to put another piece on, another bit of thread, please. This is sort of a creamy colour. This one for the beads. Okay. Starting to get warm in here today. I was cold this morning, but it's down to, because we're in Celsius, right? So our weather was about 12 this morning, and it'll be 30 something this afternoon, 38 or 40, whatever it goes to. So that your body's thinking, what is going on? Get up in the morning and don't know what to put on, because you don't know, because the days are getting, hardly had any summer days here at all yet. Probably start cooking me soon. I don't mind the warm too either, because it's good for me sometimes. I don't mind the warm. Okay, so do I want that there? I think I do. I like the colour, and I think I like it. Okay, so I'm going to I think I might fasten it down first, and then I'll put some beads around on it. Give it some sort of some panache or something. I don't know. Just go over that one. Oh dear, I have a terrible time with these 2 strands of thread. Let's fix it now. I think I fixed it. Oops. Yeah, I'm in a small space. I do work in a small space. And you know what? When I'm watching the videos back, I think, oh dear, look at all that stuff that's sitting around me. How can I do this with this? But I can. I don't even see it. I don't even see all this stuff when I'm doing this. I can now because I'm talking about it. But usually, as a rule, I don't see it. Because we're just concentrating on what we're doing, eh? I'm just putting down stab stitches on this one, roundabout, so I can rightio. Now something gold, I figure I need now. I think I'm looking for something gold for some reason. Put on here. Actually, I've got some golds. One's going down there, haven't I? So this will be another plan, won't it? Finding the gold, some gold things. Where's some gold things? I think I've seen something here. They're not gold, they're orange. That's not bad though. Don't mind the orange ones. These are nice. Oh, they're a bit what they look like. These are metallic, aren't they? I think they'll look good. Maybe not. Don't know. What do you reckon? You got to think though, there's going to be more than one. I'm going to put a few down along there and around it. So maybe not that sort of colour. Maybe something else. Give me a second, sorry about this, I'm just fishing around in here. Oh, the cream ones. They'll sort of disappear into the works, won't they? I do like. I'm going to try these. I won't put too many on, so you won't have to be scared by if and sit down watch me take them off. I think they might look all right. We'll just go back down in there and come up on the next bit. Okay. Yeah, they'll look good. Now catch a bead. I got one. Cool. And then go down in there. And then come up in this part here. Getcha, come on, got one. That's the easiest way, I find. I mean, you might sort of talk a bit, but then if I'd have to tip them all out on the table and pick up one and then have to put them all back in there again, that's not going to be fun for me, is it? No. Come on, gotcha. I hope I'm in the shot here and you can see what I'm doing. Not hard to put a bead down, just come up through the back. Keep them snug, don't take them too tight though, and just don't have them hanging off there because it's not good. Another one, put that down there. Okay, right. Now I don't know if I'm going to put any more like that. I might do a bit of sewing over it now. I might do a bit of sewing. Put a good, make sure you've got that tied off well. Okay. I probably told you the first time I ever put anything in the show, which was 27, 78 years ago probably. I dreamt it all come undone. It was all the sewing come undone. It didn't while I was hanging up there before they get to judge it. That's not good, my water's not cold anymore. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, so that was a bad nightmare had by me. I do like the odd button too on here, odd button. Got one over there. Now, I'm going to go back up to this bit. I want to finish this bit here first before I go any further. I want to do this. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I want to do a little bit of stitching in there so that you can see that it's nicely stitched. You're going to be able to see that very plain, that one. This one here, you're going to be able to see that, aren't you? That'll look nice. Yep, let's try this one. I don't think you see crazy patchwork like mine. I don't think well, everybody's different. We all do our things a different way. See, I say that all the time because this is how I like. You probably do though. We all got different tastes, and I do sort of different things. I've got that darker one there, haven't I? The velvet one that I've done. You know, this is not like a really nice sort of more close to what people do. This has got a lot of work still to go on it, hasn't it? But it looks really good. Yeah. So. This is what's one of my favourite things to do, so you may see this a bit more this year, I hope. So now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to just do some stitches over the top of this here. I'm going over that little, whoops, over there that way, and then I'm going to put a little cross. I'm going to come across there and go put a cross on it. Go across there. Okay. Like that. Like so it's holding it down, eh? I'll probably need to do something up there too, and I will. So let's not panic yet. We're going to put this here, and cross stitch sort of thingy. I'm off to the podiatrist tomorrow. I was supposed to go a few weeks ago, but I got sick and couldn't go, so here I go again, off to see him. It was great fun, won't it? It's okay, I guess. It has to be done. These things, you have to be checked for your feet and everything. When you're diabetic, you've got to have things checked. My daughter's boyfriend is in a really bad way. His foot got he's diabetic, and his foot got infected, and because he did something and he can't get better. He can't get better. I think I've been telling you about this for all this time, and she said to me last night he was back in hospital again. And that's not good. And you young people having to go through all that stuff. It's not good us old people going through it either, but you know, he's been diabetic since he was 12. And the poor thing, he hates it, and you can't blame him. You can't blame him. Are you watching what I'm doing? I'm coming up through each little section here, and I'm making a stitch down over that, alright? And I'll go back. Whoops. I say whoops, well, I didn't need to say whoops, it was okay, nobody panic. Okay, now I'm going to go up this side and go down here. Okay? Oh, well, gee, that went quick, that last few minutes. last few, well, for a while it was actually more than a few minutes. This one here, I'm not going to, actually I shouldn't have went over that, but I will now. I'll have to go back over the one behind it now as well, won't I? I'll have to go back over here. Actually, I can stay on here, I know, because my timer is only on 35 minutes. That was to help me get a move on, you know, make me move faster. And so this is pretty much going to be sewed down all over with this, but I'm not putting crosses all over it, just amongst this here pieces, you know. Slow stitching, but it's well, very creative slow stitching, I suppose. Anything that's embroidery is considered to be slow stitching, but I think then there's another way. The other one that people do, just the straight stitches, is a slow stitching as well. So you can just do whatever you like, I suppose, as long as you're doing it, you know, having fun doing it. Hey, now where am I going to go? I think I'll come there. Whoops. Hope you can see what we're doing. I might hold it up here a little bit for you. It'll help me a bit too. I can rest my arms on the table. Now I'm only just going over those ones just to hold them down, okay? So I'll go back at this and cross over this, do a cross over this part. You're sort of making a piece of fabric, aren't you? Your own special piece of fabric. And cross stitch across that too. Over that. I'm going to move this over a bit if I can. I hope everybody's really safe. I don't know, all the people, I'm really worried about all you people over there in England and America with all that bad germs. I really worry about all you people. Lucky so far we are here in Australia, my word. We've got a very, very lucky. I suppose that doesn't mean though it can go on because of it can always get the germs that get transported, I suppose, by other people. It's just don't know how we're going to get through this, but I hope we do. I hope we do. It's very sad. It is a very sad thing. And there goes that one. So that means that I can stop that and I can look over the clock and I've got 10 minutes. But I only will try and do 5 if I can. What am I doing here now? I've come up through there, over here. Okay. Whew. I thought, where are you going, Sonya? I did. So please stay safe, everybody. I mean, I know myself when we were when we had to stay inside, and that, because it was really it was horrible. It was so scary. It still is. Still is very scary. I don't think I'm going to worry about I'm going to end this off now, and not worry about those other bits that are there for the time being. If you've got too much that you think might come unravelled, which I don't think that will. I think it might take a while, a couple of years maybe. Might have to put a little tiny bit of glue on it. It's not going to matter. Where's my little tiny glues? Got that one there. Where's the other one? Here. I actually filled this up yesterday. Couldn't believe it. I actually filled it up. We're going to make a little hole in there if I can. I've had a bit of glue in it. Now, where am I? I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue underneath this bit here where it's a little bit frayy. Oh dear, that's a lot of glue, Sonya. That's not a tiny bit at all. Okay. Yeah, once I'd never dreamed putting things like that in my work. But then I realised this glue stuff's in everything. Even glue some of the clothes together before they sew in the fashion world. Parts are glued on. Hey, a little tiny bit under that bit. I don't think this is going to fray, but I just don't want it to either, you know. And that looks all right. It's just a little bit of... I like to try and do as many different things on each piece as I can. Sometimes I might double up on a few. This has got to be beaded, seriously. Look at this. It's got to have beads on it. Have I got any more parts that I need? And this has got to be worked on too. Look at that. That's empty. I might put little flowers on that, okay? Let's do little flowers. What colour little flowers do we need, Sonya? Not yellow, not today. Okay. About one of these here. What have we got here? No. How about the blue? Is that going to show up very good? Probably won't. Oh, he's got blue there. This is too wrong, I think. It's close to that, but not. It isn't that, so close and not good enough. Yeah, so I went and took all my boxes of cotton out. But I was sorting them through. I was trying to sort them out because I have to see what I can use for what things, you know. So I was sorting them out a bit. I've got a real dark blue here. I don't think I want that. Where am I? Here, you can't see that. This is a piece of silky stuff, and that scares me just talking about that. Some of that stuff just can't help myself. It's just not good. It's too hard to sew. It waves about a bit. It gets all over the place on you. Right, which colour will I have? This will teach me from taking too much stuff in one direction. What about this one? What's it going to come out like? It'll look good. It's a variegated one. So we're going to have a nice surprise about what it will look like, okay? And I've got 5 minutes. So I better move myself off here soon. I'll do a couple of flowers, eh? But I want about 3 threads. So I'm going to pull them out one at a time. And then make sure I put them back together the right way because they're variegated. Does that matter? I suppose it really doesn't, but it might do. It might worry you. It might worry you. I don't know. Fan's blowing it away on me. I'll have to put that thing in a different place, but it's really good where it is. I suppose if I can handle it, I can put up with it, it's all right. I'd rather put up with that than sitting here being all hot and bothered by things. Okay, so which one of these am I going to use? This one here, I suppose. Nice needle. Don't want it too big. I like to work with a thinner needle, but you've got to have the thread going through and they won't fit through that hole. This one will work a little bit thicker than what I would have liked the last name on it, but anyway, you got to get what you can, do the best you can. Now, I'll make sure these aren't cobbled up. Okay, so we can make some little flowers on these things, can't we? Righto. Now, so I'm going to start, maybe that can be where the flower starts, the centrepiece there, at the middle. Okay. And then I'm just going to do one of those there. We'll go through, please. Detached chain or daisy stitch this would be. And then I'm going to come up the other side, pull that through there. Then I'm going to come up the other side without don't go through one of your knots on the back. I can feel the knots on the back, don't stitch through them. I'm going to take this one down around this way a bit. That's down there. Do that little. I'm taking it over a little bit further than what I would normally, because you just put it down straight after, really close to the little loop thing. But if you take it out a little bit, it gives a little bit of a peak on the end of your flower. Okay. Now I'm going to do one going up the middle, so I can divide this as I go into 5 bits. Now I'm going to want to go out and sew this afternoon. Instead of doing whatever else I was, oh no, I can't, I've got to do my tag. I've got to do the tag for the thing. I'm going to do a lot of it and then I'll show you the rest, because it's going to take a little while. I don't edit my videos, so I'm going to have to show you what I'm going to do with it. Now, will I do that and just leave it like that and then add a bead, or would I, actually I need to pull that a bit tighter. Come on. Can't find it. Where are you? There you go. So there's a bit of a loopy thing there. I'm not happy about that. I think I said yesterday why I didn't like using this, but I do like the cotton. Now I can do another 2 things, and then I can put the same thing over here, or maybe not as big a flower. Okay, whoops, I put that in there and pull it out my own self. Right, 1 more stitch, Sonya, or 2 more stitches, and then you'll have to go. Just do 2 more bits, and I might not even get anything done. I will get more done on it, because I'll just keep continuing on until, see, this one's going to be all mauve. And then the next colour's coming along. There's a greeny colour, teal blue, teal. Well, I don't know. I thought teal was this, but I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. There are different colours out there, and everything's so close, and there's so many different varieties. You can't. It's hard to pick what's what. Now I like that. I do like that. That looks really cool, doesn't he? Yeah, it's just a little flower. And this part here, would I do another one there, do you think? Why not? So it's going to be different colours. It's going to change colour now coming on this one. Maybe not straight away, but in a minute. That one out there. There. And I better go. Okay. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will come back and show you more on this. Okay, as soon as I can. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.